Hello there, Speed Duelists. Welcome back to another tournament review. Today we are doing the top 8 matches of the Speed Duel Dungeon number 3. So this was a tournament with a custom Forbidden and Limited list, a sort of a testing ground before the real dungeon tournaments with World Championship Circuit qualifications go live. So today we are just going to go over the top 8 matches, and then the top 4 matches and the finals will come in a following Speed Duel video. First up, we have Delicatus versus Idox. Delicatus on his faithful Dark Magician deck versus Idox, who is on Cyber Angels. So yeah, Cyber Angels been out of the competitive field for a bit, but thanks to some unhits on the new list, they managed to take it to the top 8. As you guys can see, these matches are played in like the custom rooms because the Dueling Book doesn't allow for a custom Forbidden and Limited list. Idox is gonna pass the first turn, and Delicatus is gonna sneak in with some early damage and full back row as well. Yeah, life points have to be a bit lower. So Idox now at 21, and yeah, they can't pass again. So here is Senju, gonna go for Idaten. Next up, using the skill, discarding a spell to add the Cyber Angel Benten. Yeah, you can add any Cyber Angel monster, right? Or the ritual spell even. So that's pretty neat. This ritual spell is going to be activated now, tributing Benten for Idaten. Idaten Chainlink 1 to add back the ritual spell, Benten Chainlink 2 to add a Light Fairy. And that is going to be another Idaten. And the Machine Angel Ritual is a searched off Idaten effect. On resolution, Paleozoic Canadia is gonna flip the Idaten face down. Yeah, doing that before the Izana comes out, because Izana punishes you for targeting. Machine Angel Ritual activated, the face down Idaten and the Senju get tributed for Izana. Izana is going to force the opponent to send one of their back row to the graveyard. That is going to be the Dark Magic attack. And Idaten is going to increase the attack points of all Cyber Angel monsters Idox controls. Izana is going to try to attack into the breaker. Widespread Ruin is activated, but the ritual spells have a secondary effect. You can banish it from the graveyard to prevent destruction. So yeah. Izana gets over the breaker. Delicatus is gonna normal summon Tribe, try to destroy this Izana, but again, the ritual spell protecting from the graveyards. Idox draws Share the Pain, it's gonna summon Sonic Bird, and that is already more than enough for a game. And I have the next game set up, so you guys don't have to see the entire setup that is mandated by the custom ban list. Idox once again passing. Delicatus is gonna draw the Golden Ladybug. That's his choice for limit 1. I'm not sure, is it still limit 1 on the list? Let me check that real quick. Yes, it is still on the limit 1. So yeah. Now Idox gonna use the skill, pitch a spell card to search for a Cyber Angel monster, and we see yet again Benten for Idaten. Idaten gonna add back from the graveyard a ritual spell, and Benten is gonna search, and that is gonna search any Light Fairy, so that can be Senju as well. Activating the recycled ritual spell for a massive Izana. That's going to become even bigger thanks to the tributed Idaten, and that's going to be a lot of damage. So that's 1000 damage. Here, Delicatus is going to use his Magic Rebo to protect. Yeah, he still has a Dark Magician in hand, so that's fine. No need to take all that damage. And because Dark Magician is destroyed, Magic Rebo just returns. Okay, play is back to Delicatus, who's gonna gain some life points, and should be easy cleanup if you see it too. Normal summon Tribe, gonna add Dark Magician using a skill, and then just using Tribe Infecting Virus 3 times. And yeah, there's only 2 ritual spells to protect, so Delicatus going for game here. Third game of this first match of the top 4. Let's see, Delicatus just gonna set a whole bunch of cards. That's not good, that's not good at all. Because Cyber Angel can often just tear through those back rows. Senju gonna add Benten. Angel Ritual, Benten for Idaten, you guys know the drill. So adding Idaten of Benten and adding Machine Angel Ritual of Idaten. Here is the Machine Angel Ritual, tributing Idaten from the hand, so that is gonna increase by 1000. And yeah, a spell trap has to be sent away. Delicatus is gonna chain the Canadia, targeting the Idaten. And Izana says whenever Cyber Angel is targeted, you can shuffle 1 back to destroy 1 other card on the field. But Lost Wind is gonna, you know, prevent that. Do you still shuffle as a cost? I believe it is all part of the effect. Yeah, players are indeed checking that with the judges. Yeah, indeed, shuffling back is not a cost. Izana then going to attack and attacks right into Widespread Ruin. Canadia is chained, so that's gonna summon itself as a monster. And Idox, I think, is gonna protect. Yeah, because Machine Angel Ritual is not an effect that activates. It's during the resolution you banish it instead of destroying your monster. Anyway, here Delicatus needs to draw Dark Magician, but it's another Widespread Ruin, and there is another ritual spell in the graveyard, so I'm thinking it's Curtains for Dark Magician here. Let's see players go through the motion, because this is not game yet. Sonic Birds. Yes, now it is game. Super hard. Okay, that was the first match of the top 8. Next we're gonna see Caesar 47 versus Nikolai Ivanov. And they are on a Dark Magician Gravekeepers. This is Faithful Companions versus Ojama Armed Dragon. So not just Armed Dragon, although Armed Dragon is there. Galaxy Cyclone taking out the bluff sets. And here is Melody of Awakening Dragon. A card that was, if I believe, limit 2 for this tournament. Let me double check that. Yeah, it was limit 2 and Armed Dragon White was limit 3. So those were the hits. This Armed Dragon White is gonna come out, adding the White Veil. The skill is gonna pitch Fusion Recycling Plant for Guiltia, and this is where Caesar has the Dark Renewal, gonna tribute the what's it called again? Recruiter, as well as the Guiltia. Recruiter is gonna add Gravekeeper's Guard. And Nikki gonna attack the Dark Magician and destroy it with its effect, so no battle damage. Okay. Caesar gonna set guard, set the Sol and Luna, bringing out another Guiltia. And Armed Dragon White is gonna attack the guard, but Sol and Luna is activated, flipping the Guiltia face down and the guard face up. And the guard is gonna return the Armed Dragon White to the hand. And there is no fresh material in the graveyard, so if Nikki wants to make this live, he's gonna have to discard one of the Armed Dragon Whites. Recruiter attacks the Guiltia, so Caesar will take some damage, and that allows him to trigger Magic Rebo. Magic Rebo notably being hit to limit 2 for this tournament, but we're gonna see Dark Magician come out, attack over the Guiltia, and guard gets in for some chip damage as well. Nikki using a skill, as I thought they would, pitching the Armed Dragon White for Giltia, and banishing that for the second Armed Dragon White. That is gonna clear the Dark Magician. Magic Rebo is added back to the hand, and yeah, Caesar already took damage, so yeah. At the end of the battle phase, Caesar indeed wants to activate that. But first, Giltia is gonna attack over the Recruiter. And then, at the end of the battle phase, Magic Rebo is activated, summoning Dark Magician. Okay. I think this is an opening that Caesar could seize. Using a skill, adding another Magic Rebo. So no 1000 Knives. I'm not sure whether he is playing it. We're gonna see Dark Magician attack over the Giltia. That works. And I'm just realizing, did they search Spy of the Recruiter? Because you can't do that, it has too much defense. Let me check that. So that was added at 10:05. Yeah, they did add that with Wave Reaper's Recruiter, but you cannot do that because the Recruiter says a 1500 or less defense. Will the players catch this? Doesn't look like they do. So play proceeds. Armed Dragon White can attack into Quick Mirror Force, and now Caesar has the easy cleanup. Descendant gonna pop the Armed Dragon White and attacking for game. Or not. Eliminating the leak, discard a spell, and then you destroy a monster your opponent controls and destroy all monsters in the hand with the same name. So interesting, that is gonna save Nikki here. And yeah, that is a Magic Rebo. Dark Magician is destroyed by eliminating the leak, so Magic Rebo can return. And players now revealing, it's 2 Magic Rebos. Okay, let's see what Nikki can do here. In the end phase, you're gonna use Oja Match, and that lets you add an Armed Dragon and an Ojama. So additional ways to search for Armed Dragon level 10 white. Oh, it also bats back from the graveyard, does it? And deck and or graveyard? No, deck and or graveyard. Here is Polarization, but I'm not sure whether anything can be done with that. Yeah, looks like that is the end of game 1. So very confusing. Yeah, bit of a mix-up with that Gravekeeper's Recruiter, but we are going into game number 2. Double Galaxy Cyclone taking out... oh dear, yeah, the back row. And Oja Magic is discarded for the skill. That's gonna add 3 Ojamas. But Nikki is not going for it yet. They want to get the full value out of their Ojama King. Although it's getting very tricky now. But here is the Melody of Awakening Dragon, the card that fixes everything and anything. Adding the 2 Armed Dragons, pitching the regular one for the skill, then bringing out the second one. Adding the White Veil. Yeah, keeping the Ojama combo until a later moment, looks like. and choosing to not do damage again. Yeah, it doesn't make sense here because Caesar already took damage, so it doesn't really help to play around Magic Rebo. But we are going into game number 3. See, Fusion Recycling Plant, yeah, adding Polymerization by discarding 1 card. And this Oja Magic is gonna trigger, adding black, green, and yellow. And the Polymerization will be activating Fusion Summon Ojama King. Let's see, Caesar, do you have an out? We're gonna see this Ojama Green return to the hand. And let's see where Caesar can draw an out. Not yet. Skill is used, pitching an Ojama to summon Giltia. And Sol and Luna, yeah, it's kind of like Book of Moon, but you do need a monster of your own to flip face down. And remember, these are not tokens, they are blocked zones, so yeah, is that the end of the match? Yeah, looks like it is. So we're gonna see Ojama Arm Dragon move on to the top 4. Next up, this is Ace of Swords versus Stevie. And Ace of Swords is going first with Foolish Burial. And I assume they're on the Fossil skill, which doesn't flip up until you activate it, so they're keeping it in the extra deck. Time Stream is completely unlimited for this tournament, I think. Let me check that. Ah, no, it's at limit 3. Stevie with the Vortex Trooper. Gonna put back 2 cards, draw 2 cards, then use the skill. It's the Small Void Big City skill. Popping the Vortex Trooper to add Drill Void, and then drawing a card of Vortex Trooper. Not gonna commit any monsters. And here we're gonna see Ace of Swords bring out their skill, the Major in Paleontology. So banishing a card from the hand face down to gain a counter, and using that counter to fusion summon with the graveyards. And here is Fossil Warrior Skull Bone. Gonna time stream it up, but Canadia is chained, so that time stream will resolve without effect. Widespread takes out the Magnet Warrior, chain Canadia from the graveyard. So yeah, Paleozoics putting in work in this tournament. Yeah, the reason you don't see it in the normal Speedwall format, let's say, is because it is limit 3. But it's like one of the worst limit 3s there is, so it always loses out to other cards. So I'm glad to see it unlimited for this tournament. Cosmic Cyclone gonna banish a set card. Judgment of Anubis is chained. Yeah, so gonna switch the Drill Void to defense mode. Ace of Swords again using their skill, this time fusing the Weathering Soldier and the Delta for Skull Bone. Gonna try to time stream again, but we see that Stevie has another way to flip it face down. So yeah, Stevie taking the first game. Yeah, let me just fast forward to the start of the actual game. And this time Stevie gets to go first. Gonna set Drill Void, set 3. Okay. Ace of Swords opening the Magnet Warrior, half of his deck. Delta, send Delta. Activate Magnetic Field. While you control Magnet Warrior, you can bring back a rock monster. Other way around, if you have a level 4 or lower Earth rock monster, you can special summon a Magnet Warrior and bring it back. Gonna see Drill Void take that out. And it's time for Ace of Swords to use his skill Major in Paleontology, fusing Delta and Delta for the Skull Bone, using Foolish Burial to send the third Delta, and using the field spell to bring it back. Normal summon Weathering Soldier, but Curse of Anubis is gonna prevent this big play from going through. Chain Paleozoic Canadia from the graveyard, And play is back to Stevie, who is now drawing Vortex Trooper. Okay, pop that with the field spell, adding Drillroids and drawing a card of the Vortex Trooper. And that's gonna be Joker's Knight. Immediately special summoning it by sending the King's Knight and a passing turn. No battle, not taking any risks here. So we're seeing Skullbone attack the Drillroids. Another Curse of Anubis, yeah. This works in great combination with the Drillroids. Small Void Big City, gonna pop the Joker's Knight, adding Drillroids. Normal summoning Drillroids. Going into the offensive now, yes. Drillroid attacking over Delta, the other one over the Weathering Soldier. That does allow Ace of Swords to search for a time stream. And finally Canadia over the, what's it called? The Skullbone. Magnetic Field's second effect activates, namely it turns all of your rock monsters into like a wall of illusions. Yeah, if the opponent's monster is not destroyed by battle, you can return it to the hand, but that is just once per turn. And yeah, it gets banished because it leaves the field. That's the effect that all of the Paleozoics have. Still, in the end phase, Joker's Knight is going to activate and return to Stevie's hand by putting the King's Knight back into the deck. It's going to have to be a big play for Ace of Swords here. Starting off with the Cosmic Cyclone to snipe that back row. Using the skill, fusing Vortex Trooper and Weathering Soldier. It's gonna be Skullbone. Using the Skullbone in the graveyard to add a time stream. So we're gonna see a double stream, maybe? But first, Magnetic Field is gonna return a Delta. Yeah, this recursion is really nice, really nice. Although, yeah, time stream again, not allowed to resolve, unfortunately. But here we have Spicy Tech, return from stone, or release from stone rather, which special summons a banished rock monster. So one time stream is gonna resolve. That's gonna summon the Skull Knight. Yeah. And when it attacks a monster, or destroys a monster by battle rather, it can make a second attack. So that's excellent, excellent. And Delta gets indirectly. Okay, Stevie really low on life points. And now pointing out, they didn't shuffle their deck at the end of the last turn. So yeah, let's see, but it's not gonna matter. Okay, heading into game number 3. I have the start of game 3 ready, so normal summon Delta, gonna send Delta, and we're gonna see the Magnetic Field do its thing. Very cool, very cool. Joker's Knight special summoned. And Stevie is gonna pop that to summon the Drillroids. He's then gonna set the Drillroids. Okay, a bit of a passive start. And Ace of Swords is gonna try to punish that with Grand Mole. But Quaking Mirror Force is gonna flip all of these guys face down. Okay, crazy. Joker's Knight, special summons, using the field spell to add Drillroid. And keeping it in hand, so taking things slowly. Yeah, there is no pressure now because all of these guys cannot be flipped face up. Here is Joker's Knight yet again, Drillroid being flip summoned. And yeah, Magnetic Field will bounce the Joker's Knight. This is a slight hindrance, because now Joker's Knight is not in the graveyard to shuffle back the King's Knight. So yeah. A skill is being used, Major in Paleontology. Gains a counter, use the counter, banishes the King's Knight. Very crucial to stop the Joker's Knight from returning. Time stream? Question mark? Nope, says Canadia. Normal summon Weathering Soldier. That will be destroyed by Widespread Ruin. And because a rock is destroyed by a card effect, Ace of Swords does get a free counter on the skill. Seems like they might be missing that. And a third Drillroid has hit the field. And one of them will be attacking directly. Okay, so it's gonna have to be a big turn for Ace of Swords. Ah, they missed that Major in Paleontology. Should have gotten a counter if I'm mistaken. Yeah, if a fossil... only if a fusion monster is destroyed by card effects. My bad, my bad, my bad. There's a reason that Ace of Swords is here in the top 8 and not me. And then Field gonna return a Delta. Time Stream, question mark? Sol and Luna is the answer, unfortunately. Stevie has too many Book of Moon-like effects, it seems. Attacking into the set Drillroids, Magnetic Field is gonna bounce it back to the hand. Normal Summon Vortex Trooper, gonna put back the Drillroids and then use the skill to pop the Vortex Trooper and search the Drillroids. So that's a neat little interaction we're seeing. And then Vortex Trooper draws a card, of course. And the Graveyard effect of Skullbone says that you can banish it to add a time stream from the deck to the hand. But it's Time Stream's effect that's activated. You can banish it from the graveyard and a Fossil Fusion to special summon another Fossil Fusion. Magnetic Field special summoning Delta. And is the attack gonna resolve? No, Widespread Ruin. Now, yeah, does plays the counter. Okay, so Ace of Swords definitely knows what he's doing. Runs into Lost Winds. Yeah, that might be a big one. Yeah. Unfortunately, Ace of Swords ended the turn and then realized that Magnetic Field could be activated. Is that gonna be the decider? No, you see Release from the stone, bringing back the Skull Fusion monster. Magnetic Field, bringing back the Delta. I really love this inclusion of the small Magnet Warrior package. Mole will be flipped face down by the Canadia. Delta gonna try to crash. The Skull Bone gonna try to attack directly, but there's a Lost Wind. Are we gonna see Canadia chained? Yes, Canadia can attack over. Yeah. But Ace of Swords will crash their monster. And that does trigger Magnetic Field, so Canadia will be banished instead of, yeah, usually it would go back to the hand. Here's Vortex Trooper again, and that draws into Joker's Knight, so excellent, excellent. Time Stream is going to do its thing, bring Skullbone back yet again. This has been a real nail biter so far, and yeah. Yes, because Stevie does see that Magnetic Field can bring back the Delta, and that is a 3600 points of damage. Yeah, and yeah, Ace of Swords takes it, moves on to the top 4. Last match, we're gonna see Shadowy Flames versus Dank Memes. And we see that Shadowy Flame is on Dino DNA. So every draw phase you get 200 life points, and if you drew a Dino monster you can put it back and draw something else instead. Okay, plus you can let a Dino monster gain 200 attack until the end of the turn. Let's see how Dino DNA does against Armed Dragon White. Starting off with the Melody, using the skill, pitching the Armed Dragon for Guiltia, bringing out the Armed Dragon level 10 White. We've seen this before, and the White Veil is added. Enter Metal Phase. Okay, so far. declares an attack with Arm Dragon White. And Book of Moon is gonna flip that face down. Okay. Shadowy Flame gaining 200. Normal summoning the Hyper Hammerhead and using a skill to increase Sabersaurus to 2100. Hammerhead is gonna bounce the Arm Dragon White. Yeah, it's definitely a sticky situation whatever you do here. This attack increases just until the end phase, right? Yeah. So Dank is gonna discard a card from hand, banish that white to summon another white. And Sabersaurus is indeed 1900. And Arm Dragon White will get hit with Canadia. Are we gonna see the play here? Because this is a survival's end, indeed. Yep, survival's end destroys as many normal monsters on the field as possible. Sadly, Guiltia doesn't count, but Shadowy Flame could chain the Canadia, but Sol and Luna is chained, and Paleozoics have to immediately chain to the trap cards. So Survival's End will resolve without effect. And Guiltia can just attack over the Hyper Hammerhead. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. Sabersaurus gets 200 attack points from the skill. Gonna try to attack over the white, but Sphere Grebo will be preventing that. Breaker is normal summoned. It's also been a very good game so far. Most of these have been. But Canadia is chained. And there is a chain for another Canadia from the graveyards. Arm Dragon White gonna try to attack, but from the graveyard there is a Survival's End. Gonna pop a dino and a card on the field. And here is the normal summon of another Sabersaurus. Meanwhile, this Dino DNA just keeps boosting Shadowy Flame's life points. And Dank Memes is close to 0. Gonna pitch the Dead Melody, I think. There's just one Arm Dragon left in the deck. Guiltia gets over the Canadia. And here Shadowy Flame could try to go for game. Yeah, offerings to the Doomed. Oh, wait a minute, that's actually perfect. But setting the enemy controller. Unfortunately, otherwise this would have looked very different. Now, Dank Memes using the white field he still had in hand to summon another Guiltia. One of these Guiltias goes to defense mode, but yeah, now Shadowy Flame has to draw a dinosaur. But it's Mystical Space Typhoon. Oh, so sad. That's it, right? Yeah, unfortunately. Let's go to the next game of this match. This time, Dank Memes forced to go first, pitching a white for a Guiltia and setting 2. Here is Cabazolus, you know, the other Dino Rabbit target. It's gonna go up to 1900 because of the skill, setting 2 Lost Winds, and gets hit by the White Spratruin, unfortunately. Shadowy Flame using Lost Winds on the Guiltia, and Cosmic Cyclone is chained, so the other Lost Wind also gets chained, so Guiltia goes down to 462 attack points. Here is another Arm Dragon level 10 white, adding the white veil, and yeah, pitching the veil for the Heart of a Warrior, so that is gonna be game for Dank Memes. Unfortunate that this deck kinda bricked. Would have loved to see it go far. But guys, those were the top 8 matches of the Speedwall Dungeon number 3 tournaments, and later this week you will be able to see all of the winners of today duking it out in the top 4 and the finals. I was Ryan Atlas. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't also already. Bye.